So forth we go once again to River State, the land of black gold with all the promise it holds, but which today is a place shrouded in the darkness of political warfare and ravaged by internal conflict. The massive profits accruing from oil payments have condemned it to being exploited by its leaders, who allegedly use those profits as their personal property, while the rest of the population staggers on, living at the bottom of the UN's Human Development Index. And now, as the political crisis there continues to fester and its leaders tear themselves apart, the reported pressure on the PDP to restore the lawmakers who defected from the party to the APC has taken on a new twist. Those lawmakers appearing now to realize that they are legally doomed to lose their seats if they see their defection to the APC through. So how twisted is this? Well, the latest alarm has been raised by the PDP member of the House of Representatives and spokesperson of the G60 opposition federal lawmakers in the House, Ikenga Ugochinyere. He's alleging that the leadership of the PDP has secretly filed papers in court in support of the 27 lawmakers who defected. According to him, the acting national chairman of the PDP, Umar Damagum, has filed a suit opposing the legal move to declare their seats vacant and insisted that the sacked lawmakers are still PDP members and should be left alone to continue their activities as PDP lawmakers in River State. Take a brief listen.
Recall that the PDP, through the legal advisor, deliberately misled the public and party members when he denied the allegation of existence of such a legal process, where PDP headquarters gave authorization for the sacked APC lawmakers to be reinstated using one Dr. Musa Joshua, SAN. Fellow partymen, the party headquarters lied, and here today we have the hard evidence and copy of the documents to show that those we left in Wadata House are capable of destroying this party. We can also confirm that the PDP, led by Omar Damagu and his legal advisor, Ajibode, using a personal lawyer, and I repeat, a personal lawyer of the FCT minister, filed a counter affidavit to the said suit and a written address opposing the prayers to declare the seat vacant and insisting that the sacked APC lawmakers are still PDP members and should be left alone to continue their activities against the party-led government in River State. This is
Ikenga Ugochinyere. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by the constitutional lawyer and member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Ikenga Ugochinyere, who's also the spokesperson for the opposition G60 federal lawmakers in the House. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's just start with the bare bones of these allegations that you're making of an insidious collaboration between the leadership of your party, the PDP, and Mr. Nyesom Wike, who you allege have filed a suit opposing the legal moves to declare the seats of those 27 lawmakers who defected to the APC vacant. What are the bare bones of that?
First of all, we've gone past the level of the issue being an allegation. That happened like a week ago when people alleged that this will happen, and the party leadership denied that there's no such move. And just is very strange. We're talking about the party that used to be the biggest political party in Africa in terms of size and number, with great Democrats, both in the military, both everywhere, forming this political party, being reduced to this joke. And what happened? The members of the River State House of Assembly, led by Okejumbo, the rightful speaker, filed an action in court to further make a declaration on the vacancy in the seats of those 27 honorable members by virtue of their cross-carpeting. At a time, there was no division in the People's Democratic Party. Strangely, our own political party, you need to understand the level of lack of shame by the perpetrators. It's not an allegation. It's a shameful action. Our own political party files an application to be joined in that matter. And then what is our own party asking? Our own party is now saying that those sacked 27 lawmakers who have decamped to APC and planning to impeach their PDP governor, Governor Fubara, are still members of the PDP. In short, they never left. In short, that the PDP is hearing it as a rumor on social media, and that the court should allow them to continue to remain in office as lawmakers for Rivers State House of Assembly. When we say the people thought it was not possible until we got hold of that document. And the affidavit, which was sworn under the authorization of the legal advisor, Ajibode. What else? It is heartbreaking that PDP can reduce to this level. So it's so painful, and that is why today we have no option than to present it to the Nigerian people.
Right, but let's be, I mean, you're a lawyer, so let's be clear on the legality of this. I mean, is in law, is there any evidence that they actually submitted letters to the PDP saying that they had left the party and that they were moving, or is it enough in law for them to have publicly said the things they said?
You see, legally and politically, as the People's Democratic Party, those you sponsored on your party platform, publicly, after sitting on their own factional sitting, comes up with a flag of APC and said the decisions of what they did today is that they have cross-carpeted to another political party in their own vote and proceedings. Now, should you as the political party that have been hurt, betrayed, and sabotaged be looking for excuses for them? So we have gone past the stage of saying, did they come to PDP to tell them? They have already said it before the whole world, and the law recognizes not a letter to the party, but the constitutional act of decamment, which they have done on the floor of their own faction at that particular moment. What the political party should ensure, as a matter of fact, the PDP months before have already filed an application saying that seat should be declared vacant in an affidavit that was sworn to by the legal advisor Ajibode. So the question is, you ask yourself, what happened that months after the same PDP is now coming back to say, well, allow them to function as House of Assembly members so that invariably they can remove your party governor? That is height of political rascality and sabotage. And that is why we said this is like striking an arrow in the heart of the People's Democratic Party and betraying our party members. And
you have evidence, do you, that incontrovertible evidence to suggest that the acting national chairman of the PDP, Umar Damagum, is acting out the script that you say he's acting out?
Yes, 100%. That is why we waited for us to have that affidavit, which your correspondent that was at the live transmission today, we gave them. It's an affidavit is something like, it's an oath. The person swore. And then who is the lawyer? And it's important to understand this very well. The lawyer that is filing all these things, one Dr. Joshua Musa, and SAM for that matter, he was the same lawyer who filed that Wike cannot be expelled from the party, which Justice Sabotage granted. He was the same lawyer who filed the G5 cannot be removed. He was the same lawyer who filed that the Rivers executive then should not be dissolved. He was the same lawyer who filed that the seat of those House of Assembly members cannot be declared vacant. He was the same lawyer who filed the nullifying the budget of Rivers State using the same Justice Sabotage. He was the same lawyer who just recently got an ex parte order for Damagu after the next meeting result that he will exit by August, that he will not leave. And the strange thing about it is that this personal lawyer to the FCT minister suddenly again surfaces this time around to now go and represent the same party he has been sabotaging, and to say that these lawmakers are now members of the People's Democratic Party. And each time they fight, sir, they just go for ex parte. Even he was the same lawyer also who filed that ordinary secondus and Omeha and Austin Okpara attending NEC meeting, they cannot enter the hall of NEC meeting. Different Justice Omotoshe. And each time he fights a case, he goes to Justice Omotoshe and Justice Eko. I'm not alleging anything, but look at it. You find it within 24 hours or 48 hours. It has. How is it that Dr. Joshua Musa's cases on issues that has to do with Wike and Rivers PDP goes to Justice Omotoshe and Eko, and all of them are ex parte application granted at the back?
Without dwelling on the specific issue, I think
a lot of people
would agree with you that there is a problem with the issuing of ex parte orders in Nigeria. No question about that. But I wonder if you actually file complaints about that with the Chief Justice, etc., or do you just present your case on television?
If you watch, you see the detailed work today when I took time to read each of the cases, the ex parte, the lawyer, and the particular judge that was handling it. That we have tabulated. The first stage is the public presentation. We are atomizing them. There's many of them. We are presenting them officially. Officially to the NJC, to the legal practitioner, even against him to the legal practitioner, so that they can look at the circumstances surrounding what is going, because it's damaging the integrity of the Federal High Court. Because people are asking, how is this possible? How is it working? And it keeps coming up. Any little thing, and they just move in by 5 p.m. in the morning, there's an expert application. Even there's one that nobody have seen up to today. The one that said the caretaker list, which our party members allege, we are all APC members in Rivers, they said there's an expert application also that said, oh, leave that caretaker. And our own party did not challenge it, knowing that it is only the NEC that can ratify the issues of caretaker, something that NEC have not even ratified. They said because there's an injunction, those people should be officers of our party. So it's so strange that expert applications filed before 2 particular justices of the Federal High Court is the reason why we have been thrown into this constitutional crisis in Rivers, and our party is being weakened night and day. And I'm saying that for any country to function, there must be robust, participatory democracy. Opposition political parties should be allowed to function. We can't turn this into a judicial bracata, whereby expert application is not the sole determinant factor in resolving these issues. Because what are we contesting? The national chairmanship belongs to the North Central, going by the zoning formula of our party. The moment that vacancy existed, remember they used to make the argument that, oh, Ayu has not withdrawn his case when the last time I was here. But Ayu made sacrifice and withdrew that case. But they refused to do the right thing, and they said, okay, by August, that he will leave and North Central will take over. Yes. Everybody left. Party leaders, governors appealed to us, the GCC in particular, that we should cease. If you watch, we have ceased all hostilities until yesterday when this thing started again. We said, okay, we agree for the interest of the party. Only for the man to turn back again and obtain an expert application that he will remain in office. And now you allow him to remain here till August. Before August, he would have conducted kangaroo congresses in 21 states and planted this pro-APC interest people. And he will destroy the party. Just look at what he has filed in Rivers against his own political party. Your governor of your political party. Where can you do that in ANC in South Africa or NDC or MPP in Ghana? Can you even do it in APC? The national chairman signing off for such application to be filed. And
what's been the reaction to this from the PDP itself?
The last reaction was that they denied at the beginning stage when they didn't know we have this document. We kept quiet because we wanted to have this document. Now we have released this document today. They can't react. What are you going to say? It's affidavit. It's on oath. They have nothing to say. But if I were them, if they have shame, they should find a way to fire that lawyer, withdraw those processes, and apologize to people of Rivers State.
You are also accusing Mr. Damagum of working with the APC to destroy the PDP and render it incapable of contesting the 2027 election. I'm quoting you directly. Those are some pretty strong allegations. I mean, why would he do that to his own party? What would be the motivation in your assessment?
It's very simple. He's working for pro-APC interests. He's not hiding it. First of all, you saw the activities leading to the NEC meeting. When he came up with the issue of caretaker, party members cried from almost over 15 states that some of these people in their caretaker are people who are not members of the party, particularly Rivers, where this thing keeps breeding up, Cross River and some other places. He still went ahead. They agreed that they will step down some of these states, only for, they said, expert application. Okay, if you're an honest national chairman, the very moment somebody obtains an expert application over an action that have not even taken place, you're supposed to challenge it as a political party. As I speak to you today, he did not file any application. When people were going about and saying that the party cannot win any election again until they are done destroying the party, did he take any action? He was still in bed with them, allowing some of them that are not supposed to be members of some statutory organs of the party to come into the meeting. It's not anybody that said that he's asking me whether are you sure Damagu is working to destroy it. The facts are very obvious. Look at what is happening in states where we are facing one problem or that. He does not speak up, he does not move. Okay, there's crisis. We agreed on reconciliation, that the Saraki leadership should move. They have not even empowered the committee to move because they don't even want the reconciliation. All he wants is to Dabura Ogo so that he continues to remain in office. Like what we used to have in, remember, ANPP days, Alimodu Sharif and all those kind of people. These are the kind of jokes he wants to visit on the party. And it's so painful that this is PDP that Ele Sekweme, Jinwo Bodo, Boubacar Rimi, Kwande, Solomon, like great men, fine Democrats, great, labor to build, that you now have this. I don't know how to describe it because I don't have respect for somebody who doesn't want to respect himself. What they are doing is undemocratic. There's no way in intra-party political system you can have this kind of. What are we fighting over? Well, you're not supposed to be in office in the first place. They have said this is the time to go. Why go obtain an expert application to complicate the whole matter once again? It's not your job. You allow the North Central to fill any replacement. Whether there is 1 or 2 governors who are in bed with him on that roadmap, does not matter. The point remains that let him. This is somebody that PDP made him an ambassador. PDP also made him a deputy national chairman. For all that he has been politically, PDP created him. Likewise, most of the actors in this crisis, PDP have given so much to them. Why not just allow PDP? PDP have been wounded and they're trying to heal. Just allow the party to heal.
I mean, you sound impressively passionate about this, and that's very encouraging, because I have to say there's a lot of untoward stuff that happens with political parties in Nigeria, not just the PDP. But I'm wondering whether your passion is being transferred to other people in the party who want to see the kind of reforms that you're advocating, because you called on your PDP colleagues in the National Assembly as well as PDP governors to rise up and save the party from what you called agents of the APC. What sort of response have you been getting from them?
Well, what motivated us in the first place to continue as a group was the positive response we got from party members who have become even helpless. Most of these party members, the leadership they have in their different states, are in cahoots with some of these people, trying to suppress their views and desire to have a robust political party. But since we came on board, a lot of people have been a bit relieved that at least there can be a voice of reasoning on these particular issues. We have received solidarities and support, not just from House of Representative coalition members of PDP. There's also some from senators, there's also governors, there's also formal, even eminent leaders of the party. They are worried that the path we are taking, you know, somebody just pressing you on the neck, and his argument is so dumb and foolish that I should be allowed to burn this thing down. There's even no argument in this matter. If it is a system that have honor, nobody can do this, like I always tell you, even in APC. Nobody can do it in that party. Nobody can do it in NDC in Ghana or ANC in South Africa, because most of these people are even honorable that if you don't want to go to another political. And I tell you an example last. I said, when Peter Obi left, he went to Labour Party and was able to build a movement that got almost 12 states. When Kwankwaso was not happy with the system, he went and built NMPP and were able to win election. That if these people are politically strong as they are claiming, the coast is open. Join any of the political party and be responsible for once. Why are people running around like, you know, nuisance and chives and destroying the house?
Well,
there's no, and I said, our founding fathers will be crying. One, why are some people silent? Can't you just stand up and say this nonsense has to stop? This party must be run democratically, and is either you are PDP or you are APC. There's nothing like PDP, APC, and we are celebrating and laughing about it. Even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being a Democrat, remember when he did ACN, when he was not happy with AD, he went to AC, only him, and he built something to ACN and built a mega alliance, and they were able to capture political power. That is how honorable politicians behave. So he will be laughing at some of those who claim to be supporting him, because you know that you people are doing your man's job. If you are man enough, you build something, and then that can turn into something that will be responsible. Yes.
We're obviously going to be watching this development very, very closely. Unfortunately, we're running very quickly out of time because we had to do the Sanusi development earlier, so I apologize for that. But you yourself have been in the House of Representatives for about a year now. How would you assess how your time there has gone?
Well, it's been challenging, learning as a new timer and then moving from being...
Well, it doesn't sound like a new timer.
being an activist to being somebody who has to seek for consensus in getting his views to pass. And the main thing that we're pushing, which is political restructuring bills, which have been filed in and will be publicly presented in the coming weeks, touches on political restructuring, economic restructuring, and things that will help to build a union. So it has been very fascinating and interesting working with Nigerians from different parts of the country who has this burning desires to make changes. And that is why in the coming days we'll be unveiling our path for political restructuring. So it has been very interesting, and I'm learning to master the art of consensus building and lawmaking.
Very interesting. I want to thank you very much indeed, and once again to commend you for the work that you do, trying to draw the attention of the Nigerian public to things that you think are untoward, without making any bones about it. Honorable Ikenga Ugochinyere is a constitutional lawyer, member of the House of Representatives, and the spokesperson for the opposition G60 federal lawmakers in the House. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.